all right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my good citizens, viewers of the Citizens Mic podcast. Welcome to today's edition. And today I'm so happy. I'm joined by one friend of mine, Kidi Mwaga. Unajua aliniambia he is the only youth leader in the country. So first of all, I'm going to give him an opportunity to introduce himself. Then now we can get into this conversation that is making headlines all over. So karibu sana ndugu yangu.
Asante Trish.
Ni ndugu ama ni rafiki?
Both.
You and me? Okay, sawa.
Because you are a good, I've interacted with you and I know you are a good, honest Christian.
Yes.
And so do I.
Uh-huh.
So you become a sister.
Okay.
But then you're also such a dear friend, Tricia.
Okay.
Of course, it is a privilege to be on this wonderful podcast you're running. For avoidance of doubt, my name is Kidi Mwaga. I work with young people in multiple capacities, but one as Secretary for Policy and Legislative Affairs at KANU, mm-hmm. Two as the convener of the Interparties Youth Forum, an entity that brings together young people across the political divide, mm-hmm. and three as the convener Manifesto Yetu, a team that sat together and moved all over the country in 2025, collecting the views of young people and subsequently drafted a youth manifesto.
Okay, I like that. I'll pick out that. I'll pick out two points from your introduction.
Okay.
Kwanza ya KANU.
Mm-hmm.
KANU, kwani KANU walienda wapi?
Well, you know, most of what you call independence parties in Africa,
yeah,
when they leave power, they go through a series of decline. Mm-hmm. And KANU was no exception.
Okay.
But then there are moments when people, institutions, countries, after going through a period of decline, they pick themselves up, dust themselves off, and start the journey afresh. KANU is in such a place where it has said that it has been dormant enough, and now it is the giant that is rising. Oh. It is going to field candidates in all the 390 constituencies, in all the 47 counties, mm-hmm. in all the 1450 wards, and KANU is possibly the next big thing. So watch this space.
Wow. Okay. I don't have to talk much about it. Wacha tuiachie hapo hivyo. Then now I come back to the youth, the convener of the
Interparties Youth Forum and Manifesto Yetu.
And Manifesto Yetu. So I'm interested in that area of the young people, saying that you went across the country collecting views from the young people. And then what happens now to the views?
The views were documented into a youth manifesto. Yeah. The young people were able to tell us in no uncertain terms mm-hmm. what their frustrations is with how the Commonwealth is being governed, subsequently with how they would wish that those with the responsibility, what we call the duty bearers, are able to act on some of their frustrations, both in the short term, medium term, and long term. Mm-hmm. And so in the course of this quarter, the first quarter of 2026, you are going to see a more intense collaboration with the political actors in government and outside government, just to ensure that they more intimately appreciate what the feelings of young people is. And at the same time, we are also taking the document back to the young people mm-hmm. and to remind them that to be able to move a needle on some of these issues, then they must be able to have the agency. And the political agency here is the vote. They must be able to register to vote. They must be able to vote. Yes. They must be able to then protect that vote. Mm-hmm. They must be able to ensure that whoever gets elected remembers that the citizens are the sovereigns. And therefore, if anyone does not listen to the voice of the sovereigns, then those people must know that they will be taught the fear of the Lord.
We're going to say that you've talked anything about the young people,
yes.
Without touching the issue of the protests that they did.
Yes.
So I want to understand, because they said that they were leaderless, tribeless. I want to understand that right now they have accepted that they can have somebody who can collect their views and maybe have these views put together, and then something something that can help them comes out of the views that they have given out?
One, you must remember that the time when young people were shouting leaderless and partyless was during the 2024 protest.
Yes.
But you see, after 2024 protest, there was also protest in 2025.
Sure.
One thing that is cross-cutting is that in both instances, there was massive deployment of savage force by our security agencies. Remember, further and significantly, you must remember that the right to protest is protected in the Constitution.
Sure.
But the laws are not self-executing. We must also appreciate the context we are living in. So when we witnessed the casualties we suffered in 24, actually the fatalities we suffered in 24 and in 25, some of us who have had the good fortune of being at the forefront in youth leadership in this country then decided that let's come together and figure out how do we sustain the pressure for change without having so many young people falling casualties to that savage dose of violence.
I like
that was being deployed. So we therefore decided to move around the country and collect the views of young people while not exposing our members to the harm.
That's a good strategy.
That costed so many lives. Remember Rex Masai, remember Eric Shieni, remember the many young people whose faces and names we might forget, but whose families are still grappling with that pain.
Okay, it's a good strategy, by the way, because I think after what we saw happening in 2024 and 2025, especially the loss of lives and also property, we were left with questions, asking ourselves, isn't there an option? Isn't there another way that people can express their dissatisfaction with whatever is happening? You get? Yes. But I like that you people have come up with a strategy that seems like, that will not cause that much fatalities and deaths and all that. So that is a good work. Okay, let us now come back to more politics. Okay, this is politics that we are already doing and governance. So, Kidi, I know right now you are in Jubilee.
No.
Not Jubilee, sorry. Why do I like associating you with Jubilee? KANU.
Yes.
KANU, I saw boss wako alienda kasalimiana na rais. So I want to believe that is in government. Like KANU is in government. I just want you to tell us what do you think now the party has contributed to the governance right now?
Our relationship with the ruling coalition, of course, is fairly young.
Yeah.
It's only about 3 months old. Two, we are still engaged in conversations to make sure that we formalize that arrangement. Three, we are concerned our priorities are the stability of the country, giving immediate help to the people who feel the economic pressure. Three, to make sure that the country is run on the basis of the rule of law and constitutionalism. So we are having, of course, sustained conversation with our partners across the divide. But I think that what matters to us most is that the welfare of this country, particularly its young people, is at the forefront of governance. Yes.
Well, because what I have noticed about when you join the government, when a political party which has been in the opposition comes to join the government, most of the time they've been giving out some of their members to be part of the administration. I've not heard anyone from KANU coming in, like we have seen from ODM. We saw people coming in, and they call them, is it advisors?
Experts.
Experts.
Yes.
Yeah, some of the experts from ODM, they joined the government.
Yes.
So do we have anyone from KANU who has been given that expert chance in the government?
Well, those offers are there,
Yeah.
but we are not keen to grab any such offers prematurely.
Yeah.
Because we are keen that in our assessment, particularly as a party, is that the problem bedeviling this country is systemic and structural. It is not on account of rewarding so and so and rewarding so and so. So even part of our conversation with our friends is that the system that make it difficult for young people to get decent work, that people go to school and 5 years, 10 years down the line, people are still do not have something dignified to do, is a system that we must confront from the root.
Okay.
And it is crony capitalism. It is mismanagement of public spending. It is the usual cronyism and corruption. There are things that we must find how to confront and combat decisively.
Okay.
If you look at systems that make it possible that a few officers within the law enforcement infrastructure can brutalize the people and go scot-free, that is a systemic and structural issue. So whether you remove Professor Kithure Kindiki, a distinguished professor, and replace him with Senator Murkomen, another fine scholar, you realize that that problem still persists.
Yeah.
If you say remove Kibisho and replace him with Dr. Raymond Omolo, you realize that human rights abuses is still, a problem. So the problem is not Dr. Raymond Omolo. The problem is how that system has been designed. That is part of the conversation we are having, and we are certain that it is not going to be instant coffee. So we are looking at long-term recalibrating of our governance.
Okay.
Yes.
I think that's fair enough.
Yes,
so as we finish up our conversation, what would you say about ODM? The succession politics around ODM and what is happening right now? We've been seeing what is happening. I've seen Winnie Odinga, the daughter of the late former Prime Minister, calling for NDC. So what is happening in that party, and what is that one advice that would give as we finish up?
Trish, I started off my politics in ODM in 2012. I was a 20-year-old kid.
2012?
Yes.
Yeah?
I was a 20-year-old kid, fresh out of high school. I was campaigning for my MP, Junet Mohammed. He was running for MP for the first time. But then I can't pretend that I am able to advise anybody in ODM. But as Baba said that mti mkubwa ukianguka wana wa ndege huyumba. What you are seeing in ODM is a natural consequence of mti mkubwa kuanguka. But because I come from the Lake region, I think it is imperative that we live beyond, but I come from KANU. So I will let people of ODM speak about their internal issues in ODM. But the people from the Lake region are clear that our leader, after Raila Odinga, the demise of Raila Odinga, is Dr. Oburu Oginga. It is Dr. Oburu Oginga who will help the Lake region handle the transition. And I think that at a convenient time, another leader will emerge after Dr. Oburu Oginga has steered both the community and I believe the party during this transition period. And when that leader emerges, again, time chooses a leader. So after Dr. Oburu, at this point in time, the most qualified leader to lead the community, the region, and I believe the party is Dr. Oburu Oginga. So that then there is order. Then they handle their matters going to the elections. Then I think afterwards, another leader will emerge at a convenient time. Remember, Dr. Oburu Oginga is not a young man. So he's not a man that would come into the scene with unbridled ambition. So that stability, which particularly is required in the Lake region where we come from where I sit, the best person to provide it is Dr. Oburu Oginga.
Okay, I think that is That's okay. Next
Thank
time,
you.
I think you're going to tell me why you think it is a doctor.
Gladly.
Next time
And
when we'll be having a sitting. So I think up to this moment, I would say thank you so much for taking your time to come to be part of this podcast. This is the Citizens Mic podcast where every voice matters. So you have an opinion, you have ideas, you have something that you want people to hear about. This is the platform, the Citizens Mic podcast. My name is Trisha Wayua. Until next time, please take care. Continue watching, continue sharing. Tuko pamoja.
Asante, Trish.
Thank you.